going to be recording the whole session, and that includes my audio, your audio, and basically, the way I like to start with new students is we play some games, and I give like live notes. Like anytime I call you out on something, I'm going to be telling you, and you want to try to adapt live, but the main reason I'm doing that is for later.
Hmm.
It really like you'll get so much more out of the session if you watch it over again and sort of pick apart the interactions I'm talking about anytime I say I'm calling you out for something.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'll send you the VOD like literally later today. It's usually pretty quick. Um, but yeah, to start things out, I'll ask you a few questions while you're getting payment and getting into the arena. How long have you
Um,
been playing Smash?
um, so technically since I was 3 years old, but I only got into like the competitive scene sometime back in like I'd say June.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Melee was kind of goaded.
Yeah, Melee's great. That was my childhood Smash as well.
I sent it by the way, so you should get the notification in a minute or two.
Great. Yep, I got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem. I'll head into the arena.
Cool.
Yeah, so been playing Ultimate since it dropped. It's the only reason I bought a Switch, to be honest. And I've been playing like trying to improve competitively since I'd say June-ish.
Okay. And you've been maining Ike the whole time, or?
No, I actually mained Ike on and off before patch 8.0, and then goodness, there's no reason I mained Dr. Mario because I had fun with him.
Hey, that's what
But
matters.
yeah, I mean, I beat so many of my friends like Robs and stuff. I'm like, I'm pushing him, but at this point, I'm having more fun with Ike. I don't get gimmed as much. So
Yeah.
I've been playing Ike for about a month and a half now, at least after the 8.0, which changed him a lot from
Gotcha.
what I understand.
So I'll try to give you some more Ike specific tips since you're relatively new to him. So what skill level would you say you're at? Like, have you entered any tournaments?
Um, yeah. As Ike, it's been kind of iffy. So, I own a crew in the SCS. We had like a 40-person tourney, and I went 8-2 and got third. And then Mega Smash Monday, I went 5-2.
Okay, so you know
So
what you're doing.
yeah, I'm not brain dead. I understand what neutral is, or at least I'd like to think so.
Cool. What's your Smash GG tag?
Smash GG tag.
Are you just J?
Competitively, I made a new one because my old one is bad. So it's just Toxics. Um, I'd say that 8-2 and 5-2 are my best. There was a couple I went into when I first started playing them again that I did okay in, but normally they're like 2-2, 2-3. Um, the best I've done were those two, the local or the weekly I just did.
How do you spell that name? I was just gonna look up. Toxics, you said?
Left trigger to jump, and I got to switch from smash stick to tilt stick because Ike gets more out of that.
That's true.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, well, we just don't really use our Smash stacks except as like hard reads. So yeah, for the most part, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not used to that.
What did you say your Smash tag is?
I'll send it to you. This I have an alt in um, an
Gotcha.
alt Discord that goes along with that. It's just easier. I have a nerve issue, so if I'm playing bracket and anybody knows me, I just like tense up and I start just SDing at like 20.
I get you. Okay, go ahead and hop in whenever. We can get some games.
Yeah, definitely. You're fine with the Ditto, I'm guessing.
Yeah, played Ditto a lot.
I'd kind of guess.
So yeah, we
By
start
the
out
way,
with the Ditto, and I'll try to get what I can out of the Ditto. The Ditto's kind of particular though. Like there's a lot of gimping back and forth, and so like it's hard to necessarily get a full breadth of someone's skill in the Ditto. So I might switch
yeah.
characters, but we'll see. All right, let's get some games.
Prepare yourself.
Okay. Did you mean to forward smash there?
Yeah, I'm used to people neutral air dodging there.
Yeah, so that's a read that's worth going for, but only if you think it's going to kill, because otherwise you're taking a big risk and leaving a lot of damage on the table. And you're also, like, you know the concept of wasting a read?
Yes.
So yeah, that's something that's going to kill people at 40 if you do catch that habit. So, like, just using it for a little bit of damage when they're at 10% is a complete waste in my eyes, especially since you risk getting punished usually if you miss it. Especially considering it's really not more damage than if you had just gone for the true follow-up and then, like, started a juggle. So yeah, that, like, again, right there, that's good. There's not, like, you definitely have the right idea, but I would focus more on your safe follow-ups at these early percents to make sure that you can get the stocks, not just face that. Because otherwise, like, you know, you're going to get hard punished in situations where you don't need to get punished at all.
Yeah.
Up tilt is not safe on shield, so yeah, can be up, beat out. It's like minus 17 or something. And Ether's frame 15.
Oh.
Good spacing on that back air. I like the double jumps as baits. It's very RM8. It's kind of how he plays.
Oh man, I played him recently, and he has, he's better than me at advantage wise, but he just walked into F smashes, and I was so confused at what I was doing.
Yeah,
It was
he like is all in on spacing. He just has really good spacing, and it just pays off for him because people can't punish it, especially on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, godlike spacing and his advantage state. I've never fought an Ike with a better advantage state,
Gotcha.
but like his neutral considerably just.
Yeah, it's pretty one note, but you know what? If you space well enough, you don't necessarily need anything else with Ike. Like, you should have more, but it's not, like, you can get away with not having the best neutral. And, like, he has a very specific plan with the way he plays, and it seems like you're emulating that a little bit with these double jumps. It's not something I'm, like, too versed in. It's not really how I play, but it definitely gets results.
It's something I do with Dr. Mario, because he didn't have a... Yeah. Dr. Mario doesn't have a whole lot of, like, movement options, so you have to go for a lot of bait-outs. And so I'm used to, like, doing bait-outs with, like, double jump.
Yeah, the only problem is in the Ditto, it can actually be really risky because you're going to get juggled like crazy if you get caught without your double jump. And just in general. Plus, you just die if you get hit off stage without it. Like right now, you're dead. There's nothing you can do.
Oof.
So yeah, that's a big part of the Ditto, is learning every way you can screw over Ike. You know, that's a very big deal. And there's a million ways to do it. That's just one of them right there.
By the way, I'm sorry if there's screaming in the background. I live with my family, and my dad babysits like 5 kids.
No worries.
So, yeah, I'm sorry if there's crying in the background.
No worries.
They're all like 4 and under.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I definitely need to work on the combo tree. That's what I know about. What I lack.
Yeah, I see you going for like these positional throws and stuff, and I think that's your Dr. Mario roots. You're like, okay, I get him an advantage and I keep him there. When you could be getting a lot more like consistent follow-ups. So.
Yeah, I'm used to getting a lot of grabs, so only getting like 1 or 2 hits, and not, at least from what I've seen, it's like a different.
Ike's grab game is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's not quite dark, but yeah, it's all like it's about starting a juggle more than anything, or putting them off stage and starting a ledge trap, whatever is like preferable for you. Both are good.
Oh crap! I thought I spaced that right.
Yeah, so that's just big commitment. Like, you only really want to do that if you know for sure, like, someone has a habit you're calling out. And I don't feel like I've been, like, expressing that kind of air dodge habit. That was a really good reverse up air right there, by the way. Covers way more options if you raw it like that. So, I like to see it. good tricky movement as well, but then you hard commit it instead of, like, you should be soft committing. Use, you know, Doc doesn't really have a tool like Nair where you can safely pressure your opponent. Doc kind of has to make reads to get openings in neutral. Ike isn't like that. Ike can safely pressure with spaced aerials, and doesn't have to fully commit every single time he hits a button. So like you see, these Nairs are, you know, I'm getting big results off of them. Like you're at 68 now, but I'm not hard committing every time I throw one out. I'm making sure I space at max distance. And that's one of the best benefits of having a giant sword. Not just a giant sword with good frame data that like has very little landing lag. That's the difference between Ike and like Sephiroth or whatever. Is like Ike can pressure, Sephiroth can't as much.
Yeah, you are not a fan of Sephiroth from what I've seen.
I just think he's overrated. I think everyone's a little too overhyped.
I really agree with that. Like,
yeah, I don't think he's like bottom 10 or anything, but I think that he has some very serious gaps in his game plan that people aren't really considering. Be careful rolling out here, because this can happen. You used your air dodge, so I can just do that.
yeah.
So that's just being aware of disadvantage options. You didn't necessarily have to air dodge like that. You could have double jumped, I think.
Yeah, air dodge is my go-to because I don't like burning my double jump. But now I had a really bad double jump habit, and now I have an air dodge habit. So
yeah,
I'm trying to get into like a good in between.
Yeah, it's just about being aware. I mean, and I've played the Ditto so many times that I know that to look out for if I see that air dodge, I'm going to fair you. Like it's completely free because you can't act at all. So I'm just sitting there waiting for it. And if you don't do it, I can just, you know, do a ledge trap or get a different edge guard. So that's me picking up. You have a habit of air dodging down whenever I hit a nair at 0. And so I'm just using that to, can't hang ledge, not against Ike. I'm using that to get a down tilt every time I land an air at early percent, which allows for bigger follow-ups. That's a mix-up, timing mix-up. So you notice how when I go off, I missed the counter there. It was good spacing on your part. But you notice how when I go off these edge guards, I'm leaving myself in a position to still be closer to center stage than you.
Yeah.
So like don't hit me for a sec. I went out for a fair, but then I double jumped up and got in position to counter because I wanted to be able to cover more than one option, and I wanted to be able to go off and threaten you without committing. Because if you commit in this matchup to being off stage in a situation where you might not get it, you stand a really good chance of getting reversaled and just dying.
Gotcha.
So yeah, learning like what's safe and when you can go off and what to do when you go off is a huge part of the Ditto. Which I'm probably gonna switch characters in a bit and we'll talk more general stuff. But yeah, the Ditto is just kind of particular. Like there's a lot of interactions that only happen in the Ditto, so it's not as good of a like general education.
Yeah, I know that down tilt on Bear is like a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good. There's Ikes who just don't use it, and that's fine. They get away with it. They just play a different style. Like, I don't think Armade knows how to do it, and that's fine. Because you can get pretty far with just doing down tilt fair, or using air dodge reads and, like, not necessarily going for 2 follow-ups off down tilt, but instead just, like, juggles. But I do think down tilt fair is a good thing to learn. I mean, you might as well learn all the tools in your arsenal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Down tilt up air also, like, it's harder than down tilt bair, but like arguably better because it kills anywhere on the stage. Ooh, almost got the timing on that. I usually just counter, by the way, because counter is just more consistent and less of a commitment. It's way lamer, but you know.
It works. It's the best option, right? Oh, I was missing foot.
I just went for cheese. Sometimes it's worth it to go for down throw up B when you're up in stocks like that, or to try to even out old stocks, because you can react to if someone gets hit by it or not. Like you don't have to hard commit to going for the suicide before you see if it hits or not.
Yeah.
Hit confirming is what that's called, where you can mix up your option based on if something hits or not.
Yeah. Oh man, I got bodied.
I just didn't counter. I thought you were dead the first time. I didn't know you still had your jump. Well, I'm surprised I missed. Good jump call out. I see how you angled it up. Smart. This is a good juggle. Keeping me in disadvantage, reading my habits. Nice. Good coverage on the drop through. That was a really good advantage state. You got 65% off of it.
Thanks. I can do. I can.
That was a good air dodge. The spot dodge after was maybe a little panicky.
It was. Oh, that spacing is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's you have a 3-frame window to catch that with that tilt, so you got to be really good at timing it.
Gotcha.
Actually, it's only 2, because you only have 1 frame before you can shield.
Yeah.
And it's active for 2. Sorry, you were asking a question?
I don't think so. I said that spacing was really good.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go Joker here and see if I can't call out some of your disadvantage habits, because that's what Joker's extremely good at, is just finding gimps and finding ways to mess someone up for having bad habits when they get hit.
No. Yeah, I don't. This is a struggle matchup for me because I feel like I'm very linear off stage.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be basically solved for sure. Is it can be really hard if you have a bad habit. Joker's just incredibly good at taking those bad habits and blowing you up for them.
Yeah, I got counterpicked with Joker in bracket, and I got bodied.
I did get a little spooked there. Usually, I was like, it doesn't break shield. You know it doesn't break shield. You know it doesn't, and then I still got spooked.
It gets close though.
Yeah, it does. Did you just footstool me on purpose?
Yeah, it's a good bait out I've found.
Yeah, I like
people...
it. People will notice that you don't have a jump and wait for your landing.
Oh yeah. Oh whoa, that was good.
Nice, good spacing. Ooh, I think that shield took me. Good stuff, good spacing.
Thanks.
Oh,
that was...
You had the right idea. I just don't think you were quite close enough. I don't think you could have
I meant it lucky, but I hit the trigger by accident. But that's John, so I messed up.
No, it's okay. I mean, it does matter whether you did it intentionally or not in terms of learning from your habits. Like, do you need to fix a habit or do you need to fix just like hitting the wrong button? Like, so it is important information. Don't see it as John. I like this footstool stuff you're doing. I might have to mix that in.
It works like only a couple times, but I've closed out stocks on like Bowser at 70 because of it. So
I would say you jump too much, but you're not really getting punished for it, so I can see why you wouldn't adapt yet in that way. Nice. So there, you wasted your double jump, and so I knew you didn't have a lot of landing options, so I just went for a dash attack. Nice. Good timing on that jump. I would never try that against Joker, because he can just wait forever. Like, you can try it against Arsene, because it's actually reactable, but not against regular
tethered.
Yeah.
What's a good way to
use your double jump? So I missed the timing, but you were in danger.
Oh yeah. What's a good way to deal with tethers? Because that's something I have a hard time edge guarding.
Just wait it out. You don't have to edge guard it. Generally, you don't want to edge guard tethers. I mean, you could try like drop down ether and stuff for the slower tethers, but they're pretty impossible, to be honest. It's better just to go for a ledge trap in most cases. Nice. You're spacing well. keeping Joker out is half the plan. Nice. Didn't overcommit. Ooh. Don't know if that's me or you, but oh well. Not that bad. Good call out there on the jump. I really like up smash in that case, actually. I don't go for it too much because it's pretty committal, but it catches jump. It can catch neutral, get up if you time it right, and roll. So yeah, I definitely don't think that's a bad option at all.
Yeah. Is there like a I don't want to call it like a splash hitbox on it because sometimes
Yes.
there's like a sour spot that mixes people up with the timing.
Yeah, there's a lot of annoying sour spots in that move, but it does have a splash hitbox that doesn't kill, but it can be good coverage at least.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
Okay.
go!
So my only thing about your play right now is, well, not my only, but like a big thing is, it works well against people who like don't know how to deal with you jumping a bunch, but characters with like really good anti-air like this, like you're going to have trouble, because Ike's rising aerials aren't great, and he can't hit standing targets. So once someone starts anti-airing you, this like aerial-based playstyle is going to find some trouble. So that's when you have to start mixing in your tilts and trying to find grabs. And also, like, I noticed you hold forward a lot, which isn't necessarily bad, but you got to mix in being defensive as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was a free tilt. And that's what we're switching to tilt stick.
Yep. Definitely worth switching. Good shield poke. Really good spacing.
Oh.
Don't be afraid to hit Joker there.
Wouldn't the damage that Rebel's Guard does, like, just give me my up B back?
Yeah. Well, just anytime you hit your opponent, you get your up B back as well. So you don't need the damage. But it would give you like air dodge back and stuff. Be careful with that. Down tilt is a great way to poke ledge, by the way. You need to be sure you're threatening it, and that's why down tilt back air is so important. Is on ledge, it's the easiest way to take stocks of that percent. So you notice I've started anti-airing you a lot more, and you're struggling now. Down smash actually doesn't hit below ledge. So
Gotcha.
that's never going to work. I don't know why I didn't just get up attack you. That was just me being dumb. Sometimes my brain breaks when I play characters other than Ike.
I get that.
It just takes me a few games to adjust.
I got
Like
you.
Raven King, yeah, I can't swap. He's crazy. The fact that he can swap between characters that well.
Does he play anybody other than Ike? Because I've never seen a bot of him playing anybody else.
Oh yeah, he's got like a tournament-winning Joker.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's kind of
really
awesome.
good. Oh yeah, he's awesome. So just caught the roll-in habit there. A lot of people do that. Like they'll find their way safely on the stage and they'll roll in to try to get positioning. And once someone starts covering that, it's gonna eat you a lot. Nice tech chase. I like that. Nice tomahawk. Ooh, good scoop. Good scoop. Nice grabs. These are good movement mix-ups. I like it. It's a different, very different from my style of Ike, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Nice, good read, good read.
I played Yuzu recently, and I went from like mashing to
Ooh, yep, catching that bad air dodge. Good coverage.
Thank you. I played Yuzu, and it changed how I move. So once I start getting warmed up, I feel like I don't
Remarkable.
mash nearly as much.
Yeah, Yuzu's very good. It's just I've just had a few issues with it technically. Like I can't get people's controllers to connect consistently, which has been really annoying for me. So I kind of put it on the back burner until like all these issues get solved.
Yeah. I use Pro, so I think it's much easier because I just had to like plug it into the desktop, and that was that.
Yeah.
But I know for GameCube, it's like significantly more difficult.
I use Pro as well. My issue was like through Parsec. Other people's controllers aren't connecting well, which is really annoying. Grab. Nice. Down throw bear is a good combo. Especially when you know that your opponent has a good chance of DIing out. Almost.
Like grab moment.
Mm-hmm.
His pivot grab's like significantly better if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's got a lot of range on it.
I need to start incorporating that more because I know that I'm grab heavy.
You are definitely grab heavy.
So if I can get the pivot grab down better, it just makes it a better option. But I feel like I lack a lot of depth in his combos, and I just win.
Yeah, your advantage state could be stronger for sure. That's something you'll pick up on. Neutral's the hardest thing to pick, so I'm glad you have good neutral. But punish game is just a matter of learning the combo trees and getting to the point where they're really comfortable muscle memory wise.
Yeah, I think Ike's the only character I've ever labbed before. Like I'm working my Nair ladders, and I'm working on things like down throw, up air, forward air on Plex.
Yep, that stuff's... Wait, down throw... Yeah, up air, forward air, that's a very good combo. Yeah, those are definitely... Those are the bread and butters that you want to get. That and, like, Nair, up air, which is a little easier and more obvious.
I think it'll be easier once I change up my controller layout.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't find Smash Stick to be, like, usable.
Well, with Dr. Mario, his smash attacks have similar frame data to his tilts.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, it makes no sense to go for an up tilt when I can just go for like a...
That makes sense.
Yeah, an up smash and kill at 90, because he's bad, but he can just kill you, like, at Ganon levels. Oh. I was so
right there. Yeah. I like the patience there. Really risky to go that far out, but you had a very good chance of taking an early stock if you caught me drifting wrong. Good air dodge instead of going for Ether, because Ether could have been exploited.
I don't know if that was definitely not a shield poke. Did you try to parry it?
I think I tried to roll or something. I'm not sure. Don't remember.
Gotcha.
But I tried a defensive option for sure. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you have good neutral. I'm definitely never sure of where you're going to be next, which is good. And you're not overcommitting like you were against Ike. You can air dodge after that, and I recommend you doing so when you can.
Gotcha. It's just safer.
Yeah, because like otherwise you'll get looted.
You know, I always get that setup, and I never get the timing right because I just don't hold it that extra like quarter second.
Part of the problem with that setup is you can't know for sure whether they're going to have to tech or not.
Yeah.
So it's never going to be 100% consistent. But when it works, it's great. I like what you tried to do there. You have a good feel for the rhythm of the game. Like,
Thank you.
I definitely feel like you're mixing up your timings well, and you're generally spacing pretty well, which is very important against Joker. You're generally hard to hit, which is, you know, step one.
What you want in the game, right?
Yeah, don't get hit. That's the biggest rule for getting good at Smash.
In your opinion, what is like Ike's worst matchup?
Probably like Palutena.
Really?
Yeah, she's just incredibly good at calling out jumps without committing. Could be Min Min as well. Min Min's awful.
I've only fought a few, but like I can see that.
Yeah, you just can't recover.
Oh.
Yeah, big commitment, no reason. I'm at 118. F tilt would have killed just as well.
Yeah.
Good work.
So yeah, going for an F smash there, you're just risking dying.
For no reason.
For no reason. Alright, let me go back to Ike here.
Also, I'm sorry if I'm not talking much. I don't know how these normally go. I just have
fine.
playing and talking at the same time.
Yeah. No, that's my job. Playing I play Joker because like I think sometimes it's better to play someone with shorter range to see how you space. It's just a completely different matchup with a lot of a different approach, and I think that you do a really good job of spacing around and jumping around someone's shield, being ambiguous with your movement. I think that's definitely your strongest or your biggest strength is your ambiguity. I do think, yeah, you need to work on your punish game. I needed to be losing stocks way more. This is good so far. Sorry, now I'm trying to play and talk. Yeah, you have good ambiguity. You're good at faking approaches, being like fake aggressive, and I appreciate that a lot. Like that's definitely a very good asset to have in neutral. I would say, yeah, your punish game needs work though. You need to get to the point where you can take stocks much earlier. Like, you know, don't let Joker live to that percent. You should, if you find a down tilt at 90, Joker should die.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's more just going to training ground and grinding those combos out.
Yeah, it's just something I got to do more of with time and whatnot. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, be careful with your drift. You don't want to get lazy in recovery. Nice F tilt. F tilt is almost always going to be a better option than F smash, just because it's so much less committal. It's safe on shield and fully spaced. Not against Ike though. It's not safe against Ike because Ether has so much range. So one thing Ikes can do, anti-air is going to be your major weakness because you jump a lot. And you mix with double jumps, which is great. But Ike can do this like reverse up air to start calling out your aerial approaches. And that's going to be like one of the main tools you got to watch out for from Ike. And if you catch them doing that a lot of times you can just dash attack them. Because that's the one part that's like not covered by falling up air. There's a pretty big gap in it where they're vulnerable to ground attacks.
Yeah, very much so feels like you're the download. So I feel like I have to like consciously mix up my options.
Nice. I tried to armor that with up B, but you used Bear, which is much faster when I expected Nair, so I couldn't armor it. Not in time. misinput there. That was supposed to be a dash attack. Didn't mean to jump. Combo, yes. Okay, you gave up. You put yourself above me for no reason. Generally, your favorable positioning is going to be below and closer to center stage than your opponent. So when you jump up here while trying to pressure me, it just gives up good stage positioning most of the time. Because Ike is so good at sharking this top platform that, like, right now, yeah, see? It allows you to mix up pressure. It's a lot better to be the guy on the ground than the guy on the platform. These aggressive quick draws are nice. They definitely might get called out, but for now, they're a really good movement mix-up. See how I pressured you without going up there with you? You can go up there, because like sometimes you can score cheeky stocks by naring on that platform. But you want to make sure that you don't commit if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Up air is always going to be your safest pressure tool in that situation.
Gotcha. I feel like the stages that are the best for me as a player aren't the stages that are best for Ike, and I figured that's what I was gonna get when I came in here. Is that like my combo tree was gonna be called out, and that I need to better like push advantage, and that's something that I struggled with since I've really been playing the game. Because I feel like I play very like safely, and not even safely, too safe to the point where I can't push something that would be okay to push.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, learning frame data is going to be huge. Like, have you spent much time looking at, like, ultimate frame data?
A little bit. Not too much.
So
like, I understand.
You don't need to know everything. What you mainly need to know is frame safety. Like, you understand the concept of frame safety, right?
Yeah.
So those minus numbers. And, you know, a lot of people just go by feel. They're like, this is safe, this isn't safe. And that's fine, but it's like, learning the numbers is faster. So Nair is -5, and you know that means that the opponent in shield can act 5 frames faster than I can after this Nair, right? So you're aware of this concept?
Yeah.
So the only problem is, like, do you know how long a shield drop is?
Isn't it 5 frames?
It's actually 11 frames, so it's like
God.
So the time between this and the start of my jab, well, jab's frame 4, so it's technically going to be 15 frames here, but yeah, this little shield drop animation takes 11 frames before you can start acting.
Gotcha.
Because of that, any grounded out of shield option is going to have 11 frames added onto it as a punish. So like jab, again, like I said, it's frame 15 out of shield. Basically any move that is -15 or worse, you can punish with jab out of shield. Now, ether is also frame 15 out of shield. So, you know, same thing. You can't punish most things with it. However, its super armor comes out on frame 5. So that's
It's frame 5?
yeah, the super armor when you're grounded comes out on frame 5, which is very early. So
Gotcha.
that means if go ahead and shield and then do an ether out of shield when I hit you, okay?
All
So
right.
if I nair and then shield, wait, yeah, you got to do the ether in reaction to me shielding you, okay? If I shield, it doesn't work, right? However, if I try to mash after I hit you, like if I, you know, try to do nair and then jab, I screwed that up. But yeah, you'll super armor it. Just wait. Watch. See? And I'll get hit anyway. So that's why Ike's out of shield game isn't absolute garbage, because he has that armor option. There's also the fact that parry gives you 3 extra frames and gets you out of shield for free. So like down tilt's frame 7, but if you parry a -5 move, it actually makes that -5 move -8 instead, because parry gives you 3 extra frames. It also lets you out of shield for free, so you don't have to wait the 11 frames, and your parry will and your down tilt will actually come out like essentially on frame 4, because they get frozen in the air for a bit. So that's why like you see me doing for parry down tilt a lot, because it'll work on literally any move that is -2 or worse.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Are we gaming?
Yeah, we're gaming. Or it's actually -4, but yeah. So yeah, just being aware of those numbers is going to help you a lot in terms of what's safe, what's not safe, what you can do, what you can't do. Right now, I can tell you're playing by feel in a lot of ways, which, you know, works a lot when you have good game sense, which you seem to, but is not going to serve you as well in situations where you don't know the matchup.
Yeah.
Nice, good read. I like these reverse up airs you're doing a lot. It just covers way more distance behind. Nice, get the flow. Good spacing to not get the lag on that. So yeah, just talking about combo game and punishing. Back hit of Nair combos way later than front hit because it has less knockback. Which is something to keep in mind for that situation. Like I got the true punish there. It like was the old-fashioned Nair basically. Nice parry.
On a side note, just more casually, you're in down B Queens, right?
Yeah.
How often do you play for them?
Like once a week or so. Maybe a little bit more.
Cool.
They're pretty cool dudes. I like it there a lot. Nice. Good acknowledgement that I had to go low there. Do you play for, are you in a crew?
Yeah, me and some friends made one called Olympus Rising.
I think I've heard of them, yeah.
We've been around for like 2 months. You guys are like 5 ranks higher than us or something. But
Yeah.
I figured that.
I think someone put you in like the list of good names or something.
Yeah. It was Arbiter or Lethal.
Yeah, I think that we got snubbed. Down B Queens is the only non-edgy name in all the SCS.
I agree. Hey, Olympus Rising isn't edgy, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm more talking about Tainted Renegades, which he said was cool. I'm like, oh god.
Gotta give him a break. He's 17.
Yeah, no. He's cool. I actually hosted him the other days. I got pushed to do so. Everyone likes that guy, I think. He had like really good energy on his stream. He's like really excited.
Oh, he has crazy energy. I agree.
You waiting for a grab release there? Nice. I like that mix-up. I thought I was spamming jump, but I think I didn't have a double jump, which I wasn't expecting.
Remarkable.
I think you might have caught me in the air.
Oh my goodness, no. Somebody's trying out for my crew right now, and they messaged me about my tester, and they said he's kind of mashing. And I'm like, he's spamming back air I'm at a high percent.
Yeah, we just had tryouts this week. Still ongoing.
Oh goodness.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah, they're fun, especially because you get a lot of like, you get cool people, and you get like the people you kind of just want to mess with because they come in, they try to like tell you you're wrong. Like, we had a Toonlink come in and say that he couldn't brawl and he didn't have the frame data, and then he said that he didn't want to camp as Toonlink, and I'm like, what? But that's like the character. You can't. We sent him a VOD of my friend taking 11 stocks in a crew battle. He said, well, he's not anything special.
Yeah, there's definitely some egos in the Wi-Fi warrior world.
Yeah, I try not to let it get to me. Our streamer's an honorable mention in the city, and I think he's like the best club in Vancouver, and he pretty much just always shuts us up. If anybody gets an ego about Wi-Fi, he's like, no, he's like, you guys are learning on Wi-Fi. You don't get to have an ego about this.
Yeah, come back when you have offline results. Right?
I mean, that's what we're here for. Because he agrees. Like, I think improving your game knowledge is like something you can really do on Wi-Fi, but.
And matchup knowledge is a huge part of it. And your neutral. You can improve your neutral, you just can't improve your reaction. Like, you have to play neutral completely different online. You have to react to so many things that you would be able to, you have to predict so many things that you would be able to react to offline. And so it can make, like, for a mashy playstyle, mashy and read heavy, that's online. As opposed to reactionary and quick, which is, more what you get offline. You also have to be like way more patient versus zoners online, because you
Oh my
can't,
God.
you can't react. So you have to like not commit to anything and like just work your way in slowly.
Actually, here's a question for you. Do you think Min Min is better online or offline?
I couldn't tell you. I never played one offline yet. So
Yeah.
don't know. I'm inclined to say better online, but I don't know.
That's
Best you
that's
can.
honestly a good take.
Yeah, I would guess online because you can't react to anything. But I don't think she's gonna be bad offline. I'll just say that. I think she's still gonna be good as hell.
Oh no, she's so good. She's so good. But I see people saying that she's gonna be like top 5, and I just don't see it.
Top 5? I don't know. I think she's too polarized of a matchup spread for that. But I do think she just invalidates some characters, which is super annoying. She's like Game & Watch in a lot of ways. Like, not in terms of playstyle, just in terms of how polarizing her spread is. Though Game & Watch doesn't have any -2 matchups, so I don't even know if he's a good example. Neither does Min Min, to be fair. She doesn't have to commit to anything.
Oh, that was a nice call out. I tried to mix it up.
Yeah, the good thing about what I just did, look at where I ended up after, right? I'm still right there. I'm at the exact position to start a ledge trap. So I didn't hard commit. I called out a high option without giving up my positioning. So anytime that you can find a way to cover options without losing anything, that's going to be what you want to go for.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's yeah. I see that a lot of that in my gameplay, and I definitely can see like seeing like a higher level Ike play. Like you cover so many options. Like I didn't think of like doing things like that, because I think right there you ran off ledge, you did like a retreating fair, right?
Yeah, I ran off ledge and did a double jump retreating fair back onto stage, and then was ready to ledge trap or go for another edge guard. And that way I can counter if you go low. If you go high, I've called it out. If you go at a different angle and you go straight to ledge, I can start a ledge trap. It just thinking about where you're going to be after the read, instead of just thinking about will this read hit. See, like right now, you went for a hard read. You hit that, what do you gain, right? If you hit that, you get 20% and you get to continue your juggle, sure. But if you miss, you get hard punished and reversal. If you had just gone for a falling up air, then you get 10%, you get to continue your juggle. And the worst that happens is like neutral is reset. So it's all risk reward at the end of the day, and I think that your balance is a little bit off in terms of risk reward. You're taking big risks to get rewards that you could get without risking anything. That's not to say you shouldn't go for the occasional Randy F smash read, but like do it when you know you can get it, and do it when you know it's going to kill. Because like that 20% that you get from hitting an F smash is not worth the risk at all. It's only really worth it if you can take a stock early, which Ike is great at. So. Yeah, it's not like Doc, where Doc can like F smash a shield and be fine, you know?
Yeah, more or less so.
Ike doesn't have that privilege. He has other privileges.
Yeah, Doc is a bad character, but like he is really privileged in some regards.
Yeah, that's just kind of the way it is in Ultimate, right? Is like even the bad characters have one or two things that they excel at.
Oh yeah.
There's no character that's just bad at everything. Which I think is cool design, but can make learning the game really tedious sometimes. Because you have to learn every character's really strong gimmick. So I went for that F smash because I knew that even if I missed, you were not going to punish me for it. And if it hit, you die. So do you see the difference between your counter and mine? My counter just put me in a position to just like, it missed and then I ledge trapped, and that's fine. Your counter puts you in a position where now you're getting completely reversaled, and even though you didn't lose a stock for it, you know, were in a much worse spot than I was at the end of mine.
Yeah.
Like, I think the way you play now, you're gonna get some good results. Like, you'll occasionally get a good win. You're just gonna be less consistent than you could be.
Yeah, and I think that's what I really want, because like I'll have good days where I'll just do great, and then other days like I feel like I just started playing the video game.
Yeah, you
like,
don't want to be reliant on whether or not your reads are hitting that day.
must move forward.
The more a character has to rely on reads, the worse that character is in general. That's why
Yeah.
Ganon's so bad. It's like, yeah, he gets, a stock off a read at 30, but he also has to commit to literally everything. Like, he
Yeah.
has no non-committal neutral options. Ike has plenty. What I'm trying to say is, like, the reads are your spice. Like, you want some spice in your dish. You want a F smash. You want an up smash. Like, you want to have those as mix-ins, but, nair and nair follow-ups, down tilt follow-ups, F tilt, like your normal safe poking neutral tools, that's your meat and potatoes. That's something that's going to be in every single meal. And you gotta refine those first before you can really start conditioning your reads. Otherwise, you're just kind of shooting in the dark and hoping you get lucky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went for a hard read there, but you know what? I was at 10%. I knew that if I hit it, you lost a stock, and if I lost it, okay, I'm in disadvantage, but I'm not dead or anything. See how F tilt was kind of safe there because it auto spaced.
Yeah.
By the way, landing back air is the safest kill option you can throw out if they're at kill percent. That was good. You kind of scared me off there to avoid the dash attack. Can't rely on quick draw auto spacing because I actually can just do that. So be careful using that as a neutral tool. It's not bad as like a read.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like everything else, just be careful that you don't overcommit to things. That was really good back air. See, I think these eruptions are generally overcommitments. Do you see how much space reverse up air covers, by the way?
Yeah.
Incredibly good for catching jumpy playstyles. Nice. Or covering platforms. Killing with Nair is actually optimal in those situations. It has
I've done.
yeah,
It's weird.
it is weird, but like if I'm trying to hit that particular spot in front of me, Nair is the
Yeah.
fastest, least committal option I have. So. Oops. Tried to wave bounce that. Which is a little movement thing that I don't do that often, but can be nice as a little mix-up to catch your opponent committing.
It would have been saucy.
Gotta be careful with your drift. I can threaten that area above me really quickly.
I keep on holding on to my double jump too long.
My friends.
Yeah, it's like, it's so hard because like obviously you want to hold on to your double jump, but if I'm there immediately threatening you, you need to do something to get out of there. Whether
Yeah.
it's trying to air dodge through me, trying to double jump, trying to air dodge down to ledge, like, or just neutral air dodging to bait me into doing something and then double jumping after. Like you have options, just gotta use them.
Yeah. I think playing. I haven't really played any good Ikes, if I'm being honest. And so playing you is like kind of showing me like more of the character's potential, and you're very patient, and that's something I don't really have yet.
Yeah, that's something I'm trying to get even better at. Is I hold forward quite a bit, and I need to do that less. But I know in this matchup that the more patient Ike almost always wins. So
Yeah. You're way scarier than RMA was, if I'm being honest.
it's good to hear. He has better results.
Sort of, but I don't know. You're way nicer. He was pretty toxic.
He's 15.
He
But, yeah,
is.
I got you. Did you take a lesson with him, or did you just play against him?
Oh, I fought him in a crew battle. He was fake gang, and I
Oh,
took
yeah.
2 rocks. So like I was pretty happy because it's like my month and a half hike. But like I didn't even like play the game. I just kind of mash smash attacks. Like at one point on Town and City, you know the center plat when it's like in the 3 plat zone. He was at 40 and I just up threw him and fully charged up smash and killed him at like 30. And I was really confused why it works.
Yeah, he's pretty linear. If you can start calling out his linear habits, like you find a way to consistently do it, you can beat him up pretty well. Our Bowser only lost 1 stock to him when we played last.
Is that a rough
Matchup? I think it is. I struggle against Bowser.
Yeah, I feel like I get to off of killing early, and so when you fight somebody who doesn't die,
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Ooh, okay, yeah, good. Tried to catch you up with Mini, and you didn't, which is very good. I should have dash attacked, but hey.
oh.
That's a trade we'll always take.
Yeah, you use reverse up air and neutral a lot more than I'm used to seeing from Ike's, and I like it.
It's really good. It was something I learned from Izov.
Dude, Izov's
Very good
awesome.
at calling out jumps. Yeah, Izov's great. I got a coaching session with him this week.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, it was
I
incredibly helpful.
I try to watch his fundamentals of Smash videos, like all 6, like at least like once every other month or so.
Yeah, they're definitely good to learn.
Yeah, I always tell
Especially for,
people.
people starting out and trying to learn like specific things. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you can never like brush up on your fundamentals too much, because I don't think I'm anything like special technically, but I feel like compared to most players, like obviously you're like significantly more like fundamentally sound than I am, but like a lot of my friends and stuff, they have killer advantage states, but like oh my gosh,
Yeah.
they're neutral air.
No, yeah, that's huge. It's punish game's the easiest thing to practice. Like I was thinking this, I was playing like a Ken main earlier, and every time I got hit, I died. But also like he couldn't hit me, so it's like what's the point of practicing that much punish game? Shoto mains are just the worst about it.
Oh,
by the way,
that was nice.
Yeah, up smash low profiles like crazy. I love to use it like that.
I've had it happen before, and I'm like, that's so jank. I feel guilty.
Yeah, that's another Izza thing.
Yeah, I haven't watched too many Izza VODs because I feel like he plays mostly offline from what I've seen, and I don't know how well offline Ike transfers to like online Ike.
Pretty well. I mean, I try to play as offline Ike as I can. You're gonna get anti-aired way more offline than online because it's just so much easier to react to air drift and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, it can be really hard to catch a jumpy Ike. Like, Armate goes for all those double jumps and stuff. Armate has offline results, so don't get me wrong on that. But it is a lot harder to call that stuff out because it's just movement's way more ambiguous. You don't have as much time to react.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can just hold shield and up to you there 100% of the time. It just doesn't, like, I get what you're doing, and it works a lot, right? People panic because they're like, oh, he's going to break my shield. But it just isn't going to work against someone who knows about it because quick draw does very little shield damage. Nice, good sequence. Good parry. You want to generally be down tilting out of parry, not up tilting, just because you can get combos off of it. That'll practice. That's why down tilt back air is important, because I could find a kill there. Down tilt up air would have also killed you. So I found a down tilt there. One thing that you need to keep in mind, like these situations where you go for these F smashes, right? Maybe go for down tilt instead. Down tilt covers a lot of similar space in front of you. but it's much faster and much less committal, and you can get just as much damage off of it if you learn the combos. So, in terms of risk reward, it can be way better at those low percents to read air dodges with things like down tilt or nair instead.
Yeah. Does it feel like I'm not adapting at all?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're adapting. It's just you definitely have a playstyle that I'm able to exploit. That's going to take a little while to iron out some of the kinks. And it's mainly you're very jumpy. And once I caught on to that, it was a lot easier for me to call that out. See, like, you're above me here constantly, and you need to mix in more grounded pressure. As well as fade back aerials and things. Like, I feel like if I wait long enough, you're always going to come at me, so I can just control space around myself and wait.
Gotcha. Let me see if I can.
Ooh.
Oh, and smash online on them.
Are you still here?
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that was. Are you able to move and stuff? Oh no, the game died.
Nope.
Wait, you jumped? Okay, you good now?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what that is. But it did 7, so it's probably the last game either way.
Yeah, true. Nice. I like the timing on that back air. Cool. Yeah, I should have just waited. Are you not able to move?
No, I was trying to do something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't ask. It was something stupid.
Okay. Okay, so there you got caught with no double jump because you did those mix-ups. Those double jump mix-ups, which are good again, good movement, but you're just risking a lot. Like, you want to go for it occasionally, but getting caught above someone with no double jump is like the worst thing you can do, especially at low percent. Well, at 80% really. Nice, good read on the neutral tech. Oh. I like your instinct to take center stage back. Definitely should do what you're doing. Nice, you got down and you got center. I was expecting a dash attack there because most people do, so I tried to air dodge through it. Really risky to be going for that at this percent, but you're not going to die, so it's not the end of the world. I probably could have just up smashed you and killed you. You're not dead. Nice.
Oh, I am. I almost let go soon because I saw that coming. I was like, no, I'm gonna try it. That was really good. I appreciate the hour.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. Again, sorry for the scheduling mix-up. If you want to schedule a follow-up, I am going to be out of town this weekend, but I'll be back starting next week.
That's great. I might wait like a week or two just so that I can have more time to work on things because with school starting and everything, I'll have less time to get in the lab and try new things.
For
But
sure.
I definitely want to try to get this going semi-regularly just so that I can have like if I have a bad habit or I'm out fishing for something, hopefully you can help me like.
Yeah, one thing that can help a lot is if you get a game on stream or you record your games or something, we can do VOD review. VOD review is really, really one of the best things you can do. And doing it with someone who knows how to break stuff down can be very helpful.
Yeah. I play in like a crew battle or 2 a week, and they're normally streamed, so I can try to timestamp it, and hopefully we can like clip that and go over it.
Yeah, that'd be great. One thing I want to let you know is my price is going up to $20 a lesson. I hope that's okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right, just letting you know. And yeah, I have a VOD of this. I'm going to be sending it to you later tonight, pretty shortly. So you can go over it yourself. I would say maybe break down every time like I find a way to exploit you, and see why I did it, and like watch it on 0.5 speed or something.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of it was like you were controlling neutral better with up air because like it was just the way you were using up air. I didn't know how to handle it, and I felt like I did a little bit towards the end, but it was very you were very like stage control centered with the matchup, and
Yep.
you'd kind of push a little bit, but you never went too far.
That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing. Yeah, that's what I can impart the most is like never commit more than you have to.
yeah, that's definitely something I have to work on. But do you just by the way, do you just prefer being called solo?
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine.
all right, well, I appreciate the time. Thank you for the lesson, and until next time.
All right, thank you, Jay. Have a good one.
Have a good night.